Well, this is exciting. This is the very first episode. This day has been coming for many long months, maybe a year, maybe it's been 10 years that I've had this passion, this dream of having these conversations, having a channel like this. So we'll see where it goes. This is the very first day and the first episode. No idea where it's going to go, but thank you for joining me. So what is the business of today is we're going to do a reveal of the title of the book and also of this channel. So without further ado, let's get into that. So the title of the book is, well, the first word is red. The second word is white. The third word, and then the fourth word is this. That's the title of the book and of this channel. It's a title that I've held fairly close to my heart for a number of months now as I've been working on this, but it's exciting to reveal it to you. So the point of this channel is to talk about censorship, disinformation, a balanced media diet, and also the new Enlightenment. These are some of the topics we're going to talk about. My hope in doing this is that we can have some deep conversations about these topics and hopefully help some of us see a little more clearly the level of distortion and deception that's in our corporate media, and look at some of the great possibilities and also some of the perils of independent media and the rise of the independent media and what I would say is a revolution in global consciousness that I'm calling the new Enlightenment. And I'm comparing this to the birth of the original Enlightenment with the invention of Gutenberg's movable printing press. So these are some of the topics that are addressed in the book. These are some of the topics that we'll talk about in this channel as well. Now, in addition to the title of the book, which we revealed, there's also a logo that I'm going to reveal right now that I'm also excited about. It's a logo that a friend of mine designed, and we'll be using it for this show. And possibly also for the book, although we'll have a different reveal of the book cover. But what is that logo that we're talking about? What is that logo? Well, that's small. That's the logo right there. And so this is what we're going to use for this channel. After this first episode, which in some senses isn't the first episode because the first episode will be at the new channel, Red, White, and Blind. And I'm very excited to have you along for the ride. I'm hoping that we can help some of us see with a little more clarity. I'm hoping that some of you can help me see with a little more clarity. I'm still learning about this every day. In writing this book, I learned thousands of things that I didn't know that I'm excited to share. A lot of my assumptions proved to be incorrect. Some of them proved to be correct as I did more research. But all of that's in the book, and we'll talk about it on this channel as well. Yeah, I think the one thing to take away, the reason that the word blind is in the title is not because of some cynical sense that none of us can see. It's an acknowledgement that blindness is a state in which we're unable to fully see. And in this world, we all get deceived by the distortion in the media. And just as we get blinded to some extent by voices inside of ourselves that we maybe don't know where they came from, that we meditate to learn about, that we work through therapy and psychology to say, why do I have this voice in my head saying I'm not good enough, or I'm not smart enough, or pretty enough, or I'm not whatever it is in order to accomplish my dreams or to be a happy person. In the same way, we have voices that come from these great media giants. And I would say those voices are just as powerful in determining what we believe about our reality. And so part of Red, White, and Blind is to acknowledge the state that we are all deceived. There's billions and billions of dollars put into the PR industries, the propaganda industries, the disinformation that's out there. These things are very powerful, very psychologically potent, and I can't pretend that I'm not affected by them, and I don't think any of us should. So we will talk about censorship and what that's about, and we'll talk about disinformation and where disinformation is coming from, what are the sources. We'll also talk about some of the solutions to this state of red, white, and blind. We'll talk about a balanced media diet and how to pull in different kinds of media to inform ourselves and to become informed, sustainably informed and engaged people, even when we want to tune out for a little while, which I also recommend at times. And then finally, we'll talk about the new Enlightenment, and that was the idea I talked about a few minutes ago, that the new Enlightenment is the state that we're moving into as a culture, as a human race. We are entering, actually we're already well into the era of the internet, and just like the era after the printing press that led to the Enlightenment and the Renaissance and the Reformation, we'll say the Reformation, but really the birth of science, what we call science today, democracy, politics, a lot of these things that we call and we refer to as the bedrock of civilization really came out of the invention of the printing press and the distribution, dissemination of knowledge and information in a way that was unprecedented at that time. So we'll have some conversations. I'm really excited about it. We'll have some people on the show to talk to me. We'll have interactive discussions. I hope you'll join and participate. And please bring your own unique wisdom and your own unique intelligence to this conversation. By no means do I have all the answers. I have some questions. I've done some research that I hope to share with you. And that's pretty much the story. This isn't the first episode. This is the lead-in. And thank you for joining me for Red, White, and Blind. And I look forward to talking to you again.